Welcome to the Big Bad Shark Show, the Shark Cast, Shark Out of Water. As you can see, this is not my normal podcast or vlogcast or Shark Cast or anything like that. So this is actually me in real life. And I'm just going to go ahead and mute my stream right now. Welcome. We once again are hitting the waters, outside of the waters in VR, and we're going to do something different. So we are actually doing an in real life vlogcast. We're calling it the Shark Cast. And so this is the brainchild of it's John Connor. So I will blame him for any failures that we experienced during this vlogcast. So today, as my first Shark Cast, we have our very favored and devoted guest with us. We have It's John Connor. Let's go to It's John Connor. He's right now, I'm sure, just so thrilled about being here and on the show and excited and looking forward to working even more. John, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hold on, let me make sure. Say something again.
Hi.
Ah, yes. Okay. So, see, a Gen X elderly can be tech savvy and learn the ins and outs of what is this that we're doing? Live streaming?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, John, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
And in person, in real life. If you haven't seen It's John Connor in many of the videos that Big Bad Shark Production has done, please go to the YouTube channel and check those out. They are fabulous. He is incredible and very funny. And I know that he likes to kid about being, forced into this. This is the chance for you to go ahead and set that record straight, John. Let everybody know how fun this is for you. Yes.
I need help.
All right. So let me just go ahead and give you a little start here. I have a sign that I made for you.
Yeah.
Can you read it?
Uh, Wait. Read it where I don't see. Oh, wait. Okay, now I see. No, no. No
No
vacation.
vacation for John. That's right.
Nah.
No.
I need
And
it.
don't make me give you detention. Hold on.
Oh,
There we go. All right.
you said you.
Okay.
Am I gonna get fired? You said.
What?
Am I gonna get fired? You said.
No, you're not getting fired. You are absolutely not getting fired. So, congratulations. You've moved up in the world. I love having you here with us. Okay. So, in all seriousness, John, is there anything that I can't ask you? Like, is there anything off limits or?
Well, if you ask me what's my social security, is 59 one. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, everybody jot that down. Okay. So seriously, we were having a good time and having a discussion, and this just kind of developed into its thing, and we decided to keep this completely just the same. I think the same mentality that we have with almost everything else we do in
Yeah.
VR chat, where we just kind of do improv and just whatever rolls, a bunch of
Yeah.
ADHD people that run around and want to be funny and laugh and have good times. So I think we find each other and connect with each other. I know that we did meet in VR chat many moons ago. What was one of your first encounters like in VR chat? What was that experience like for you? Don't hate on anybody. Okay, go ahead. You know what I'm talking about, John.
It was actually, it was horrible. It was horrible. I mean,
Okay.
we're talking about VR chat, so yeah.
And now I've heard since I come from a long time ago of when, well, okay, let's be honest. I remember when computers first came out, and so we were
Right.
learning on a typewriter, and then we learned on a computer and on how to type on a computer, and that was pretty incredible to watch the evolution of all of that, and then what we're doing right now. I just didn't even conceive this as a possibility. I wanted this so bad. I loved video editing and I loved music editing. So having this technology now is exciting for me. But back in the day, we had like these like ICQ chat or, online chats or, little groups where you're basically represented by a picture, not a video. And you would just chat to people. And that has evolved into, I guess there was another, like a precursor to VR chat, which was not MySpace, but not
Right.
AltSpace. What was it?
MySpace.
No, not MySpace. It was like some kind of, it was like a precursor to VR chat where it was like, I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. Um, but in that sense, it's completely evolved into something absolutely incredible where your body's kind of represented in VR form with a headset and hand controllers. And so in VR chat, just like in other chat forms, you always encounter people that are toxic or incredibly obnoxious. But I mean, there's a diamond in the rough where you find some people that you can meet with that are really cool that you can kind of not identify with, but share a joy and laughter in some entertainment, some form of gaming. However, your first experience wasn't like that because you encountered what?
Racism.
Really?
I'm not even kidding.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you get that a lot still?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you well I think I think I experience ageism more than anything. If people find out that I'm definitely older, there's some hate there. And I've been told to go back and take care of my kids in a very inappropriate way from a very inappropriate thing for a child to be saying. So I definitely see that there's an area where there's a lot of hate spew and anger and like it's almost like a rage room where people are free to just vocalize all of their hate and felicity and just throw their nasty venom out because they have no other outlet. Would you think that's fair?
Uh, Depends.
You just think people are mean?
I mean, they're just being mean for no other reason, but
Boredom?
yeah, could be, yeah.
Okay. What other encounters have you had in VR specifically that you thought were positive? Not just the social aspects, but what have you done in VR where you thought this is really cool and explored something and then grew personally from it?
Well, actually, there's like one is when I met you. That was like during
Like almost 3 years ago, I
quarantine.
think. Yeah.
Oh no, that was like 4 years ago, Sean. I met you like 2019.
Okay, whatever. I'm old. This doesn't matter. Okay,
I
continue.
did. I did not say that. But it was when they have a murderer mystery. Wait, what's a murder mystery?
Like the murder house when we were killing people. I
Yeah,
like that.
is it murder mystery?
Mhm.
The
No, I think it's just
platform.
murder. I think it's just murder. The world in VR chat.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's just
That
murder. Murder 4. That's it.
murder for yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So the type of
Hmm.
games like Frozen Tech stuff like that, but just that's only like 20% of it
What,
because the rest of them it just you don't want to see it. That's all I'm gonna say.
you don't want to see it?
Nah, it just okay. Like, you know what? I'm gonna just put it on the table.
Put it
You
on the
know how
table. Hold on, let's clear a
nah,
spot. Let's clear a spot at the table. All right, I got it set. Go ahead.
do you know how people being like having like online sex and all that shit?
Yeah,
And it's just like, why you guys doing this, bro? Like, you just humping the air. You're like, what?
right. Because they're probably 13, John. They got a
Oh,
little
they're
bit
not.
too much hormones.
Nah, Shark. We're talking about 30 years old people.
Oh, okay. Well,
We're talking about like that kind of range, like 20 years to 30 years, like that range
yeah.
right there.
And
That
I don't
they
want to be sexist, but was it a dude?
no, they do it in a girl, both of them. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
it don't
All right
matter.
then.
It don't
Okay.
matter the
All
gender.
right.
They're just both. Yeah.
Okay. See, I think there's like a freedom. So yes, Enola virus. We have a viewer that is commenting that the air deserves humps too. That's a very
Okay.
valid point, Enola. And welcome, D-Tone. Welcome to the Sharkcast, Shark Out of Water. So I should make like some kind of like button that makes a medley sound when I do that. When it, but we'll see. It's evolving. This show's evolving. So this is not to take the spotlight off of you right now. This is your moment. It's John Connor. Okay. So back
Yeah.
to this air humping. I do see and feel that there is some increased charge. We'll just call it charge. Okay, increased charge. Um,
Right.
and and sometimes I just kind of ignore that and just move slowly, through
Right.
that area and just let that energy kind of dissipate because it puts me in an awkward situation being the age that I am. And so I don't like it. It's
Right.
uncomfortable for me. But I do notice it sometimes when people are doing that. I also notice toxic behavior and the hate and the racism and the ageism. I have left a world in VR chat if I encountered that. That's my line. That's the line. That's
Right.
that's a big line because it's toxic. Toxic is
And
poison.
and not and not just that. Like there's like I don't know what is happening now these days, but there's like dudes, especially like this shit is coming like from guys that they're like 30 years old and somehow they're like straight up like grooming.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, predators will use any kind of avenue to get access to whatever their avenue they prefer. And so you're going to flock to the areas where the people are. And so there's a lot of youth in this area. Hard R get blocked. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's right. It's just there's just too much hate in this world. So the less we put out and then maybe try and channel and demonstrate channeling our positive behaviors and not so much releasing the negative stuff on people, unsuspecting people in a group forum that you don't even know, just because there's an anonymity there and you can. Nobody's going to come back at you. And I think that comes back to it is a freedom to just let yourself go and it hurts people. There's real people behind these headsets. There's real people behind these voices. These are not, what do you call those things in games when they're just like automated? What are those? Role play? What?
Wait, what?
There's like,
Automated?
I don't know, there's some like NPCs. That's right. Thank you. And so
NPCs.
NPCs. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. So we're not that. And so when people are in VR chat or in any game, no, not that, not that, not that. I'm not dissing, I'm not hating on anybody. But yeah, not playing characters for long. It it's important to make sure that we don't treat each other like we're robots, or this will end up being like a global community of Westworld. Okay, John, let's get our panel in on board. Let's bring Marcy in this discussion. Um,
Yeah.
I thank you so much for being my very first guest on the Shark Cast, Shark Out of Water, and you may be a guest again. We'll see. And
Wait,
let's no, just shush. You're fine. No vacation for you.
nah,
Just
but
remember
look
that.
at I'm gonna get my
You're
vacation,
no
bro.
vacation.
Nah.
Jesus, you don't get a vacation. Okay, so let's bring Marcy in. Marcy. Oh, I do have a chat. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hold on, I gotta unmute you, Marcy. Give me just a second. I'm a Gen Xer. So that's like, I need a special education plan thing for that. Welcome, Marcy, to the guest panel.
Hello, hello. I'm so happy to be here, honestly.
I know. This is going to be fixed. Hold on. I am going to try and fix the chat box here. Okay. All right. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're going to, let's just, okay, definitely making a bigger mess here. Hold on, just give me a moment. Um, should I put this on my YouTube channel? Is that,
Like your main YouTube channel, or should you
yeah.
like make a VOD channel specifically for
Oh, should I? Is that what I should do? This is
That's what
open to
some people
discussion.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would be like Sharkcast, right?
Yeah.
As a VOD. Oh, wait, as a VOD, a video, a vlogcast. They have a section on that on the
Hmm.
Big Bad Shark, on the YouTube channel, right?
I
I'll do
believe.
that. I'll do that. We'll do that, right? Nobody curse, right? Is that the rules? Yeah. Wow. Let's tone it down, John. Jesus. Okay, I have an archive for it on YouTube, so they're somewhere as they fall off of Twitch. Okay, thanks for that valuable information, Enola. F that. Enola is contributing with an opinion on the no cursing rule, and I am just reiterating, as that is my family member. I'm not doxing. I'm just stating facts. My daddy and Enola's mommy are siblings, and so we do hear the cursing on occasion in the home life. It was very much a staple of our upbringing, so it's very hard for us to curb that tendency. Now, Marcy, welcome to the panel.
Hi.
Hello, and we are so glad. Oh, I'm sorry. Enola says that he's feeling doxed being related to me. Well, I could encourage you to go to Big Bad Shark General Hospital in Horizons, and I can set you up with some therapy with me. I'm not counselor or a legal counselor in any way, shape, or form, but I just like to pretend to be one. It's John Cotter. It's definitely encouraging, as you can see above, that encouragement. So yeah, give me a call. I mean, your family discount. Okay, Marcy, sorry I've cut you off twice now. Welcome to the
That
panel.
is
And
a-okay.
how is your experience been with VR chat?
VR chat is one of those things where it's like it's gonna be hit or miss depending on the day.
Yep,
There are definitely certain communities you can go to that are like more moderated, so like you won't get as much toxicity. But I was listening to you guys talk about like all the hate you would get and discrimination um, based on like race or age. But what I've personally experienced in that regard, it would be like hate about gender or sexuality, because that happens very frequently, especially in
absolutely.
VR chat. Mhm.
Absolutely. I agree. I think I've noticed a lot of people that I notice a trend that there's people that are two things that we gravitate towards these games because there's a lot of ADHD, and there are a lot of people that also gravitate towards the game, and there may be both could be true. I think this should be a Venn diagram, but the going into like a VR chat or even in Horizons or anything where you're represented, it's you, it's your voice, but as a character, you get a freedom to be somebody that you identify with, that people will not judge your appearance for right away. People might see me and be stopped by, the long hair, or that I'm old, or that, I am really demanding or bossy, and then forget that I'm also an artist and I have other areas and avenues that, I may be a nurse in my day-to-day life, but in VR chat, I'm the Big Bad Shark Show and the host of a TV production company. That's just something that is like a
Mhm.
second identity to me. And so it's like the inner artist. It's a form of expression. And that's what music is, and poetry. And in all of humanity, we're all artists. It's what we've been doing since we've been drawing on cave and beating on drums that we've made from, animal parts, bones and skins. So these things we do as a human. And I find it interesting that a lot of people will gravitate towards these games that don't feel comfortable or as comfortable being that in their day-to-day life. And they get to hide behind, not necessarily, I think that's a wrong way of saying it, not hide behind it, but to be that person without other people judging their identity as they see it. Does that make sense?
The way I see it, is there's a term in the like autistic community is masking. So it's kind of like a similar aspect where you're masking your physical self.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
so it's less hiding and more just not
Ma-
showing,
I like
you know?
that.
Yeah.
That masking.
Yeah.
It's kind of, yeah. And then that is actually, as a painter, I use that in ways to hold something in place that I don't want discolored, or that
Yeah.
I want to be able to pop out later that's really strong and prominent. And so like I think that's a great way of expressing it, and not hiding it all, but just a masking to see one portion of ourselves. This is the strongest part of me, and I want you to see that. Now, Enola Virus says that speaking from experience with VRC and as a relative with the same plight, exactly. They hear our voices before anything else. That's really interesting. I have found as a nurse, I thought, I thought I was great and skilled and have all these things. And I didn't realize how much my voice played a part into it. And then when you take away the physical, and like putting me on a phone when I'm a telephonic or a triage nurse over the phone, there was a big difference. And people started listening or talking differently to me because they couldn't see my face and all they could hear was my voice. When you took away that part, they did see something else. And I noticed the same thing as gaming went on. And I think that sometimes if we have a voice and we don't want that voice to be heard, I've noticed that a lot of people will, use voice changers, and they allow them to further get into a character that they most identify with. And so I've noticed that. John, what are you doing on the goddamn guitar right now? Are you singing a song about this? Yes. We got a musical interlude, but we can't hear you. You're muted. Or did I mute you? Did I boomer you? Boomer shark.
I think
Okay.
he muted himself.
Yeah, he can't. We lost
Yeah.
John. John,
Wow.
come back.
No.
He,
Come
he's
back.
like, I got my segment. I can just do whatever now.
You're not
Oh
fired.
yeah. I thought I was.
Yeah,
I was happy
that's
for
so
a second.
sweet. You were. So, do you also find a certain liberation in going into like VR chat and different games where you feel like you can just change whatever you want to identify with?
Oh yeah, they definitely do. They just do whatever you want basically on that game.
What's something that you like to identify as? Like when you go
How
in
about
there.
me?
Yeah.
I'm just a guy looking for somebody, looking for a sugar mama. You know
Oh,
what
that's right. Yes. If you,
I'm saying?
that is very true. John is looking for a sugar mama or a sugar grandmama. Who
Oh
knows?
yeah,
Okay.
better.
Not that I'm advertising for that because I think that it's probably really healthy that people probably find somebody closer in age. However, I'm not going to judge anybody doing any of their activities as long as it's not hurting anyone. That's important. Okay, so we are going to be talking about. Wait, what's the next part of our segment, you guys? I lost my card. Okay.
After the panel, isn't it your health segment?
Oh yeah. Well, I guess we still have time to do more discussion. So
Oh, absolutely,
we're
absolutely.
doing great on this. So we're still on the School of Fish discussion. Oh, so I'm going to read some information from our chat box, and it's Enola. Enola Virus. Is that how you say your name? Is that hello, Enola? Hi. Great to have a fan out there. Not that I'm going to send you anything special as a result because I know where you live. Okay. He
Sucks.
says it's the one reason I use the tiny asexual frilly avatars. Apart from being fab, I like the juxtaposition and having my voice subvert expectations. First time caller, last time listener. Thanks a lot. We love that. That's fantastic. That's how my family treats me. That's very, very accurate. Okay. So I think that one of the things I experienced when I got into VR chat one time, it actually did hurt my feelings. I was mortified because I didn't realize that people did this. And I had a hugs. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks a lot, cousin. I had a kid that actually the worst thing anybody's ever said to me was he said that I should pour acid down my throat because my voice was so horrible.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what the hell? Who says that to people? Like, who says that? And then
Yeah, for real. Who will say that?
I have had some of the most horrific things being said by the age range of like 13 to 16.
Hmm.
And I think it's because I have a mom voice. Yeah. And then it's also it's a deep voice and there's an attraction to that. And so it's very conflicting and I don't think they like that. And so then they get hatred. And then it's like, yeah, I don't like you. Or they just don't like their moms. I don't know. I can't believe they
They
wouldn't
have
like their
mommy
mom.
issues, so they take it
Yeah,
out on you.
I think so. Yeah. So that's where I think like the ageist part comes in, where people are, a little bit more on that age discrimination, and just assuming that my kids are young and that I shouldn't be gaming because I'm too old for that. When in actuality, I say we as a Gen Xer, we grew up with the advent of, a gaming console being hooked up to our TV and having a single little dot, bouncing and going back and forth that you had to kind of like a ping pong, and it was, I think, Pong. I don't remember the name for it, but it was an Atari game. And then we got Burger Time and then Frogger. And, so we've watched the evolution of these games. And then we had kids, and our kids had, Nintendos, then Nintendo 65, then, the Xbox. And in fact, I have all of those upstairs. Yes, it is Pong. Thank you, D-Tone. Thank you. He clarified it was Pong. And so, having all of these evolution of games, and then this is like a Gen Xer's dream come true. This is like Back to the Future, things coming to fruition for some part. So being able to play these games, being able to put on a virtual headset, and then the technology to see those hand movements or even people breathing. I noticed that as a nurse. It's unfortunate that the downside is that there's a lot of hate and hostility and that people forget to mind their manners. But you also have to understand who's flooding the market. Is it a lot of Gen Xers? I think there's not very many, but I think there are starting to be some. And then we've got mainly millennials, which you guys kind of fit into. You guys are millennials slash, Zs, Gen Zs. And then we've got the alphas coming up, the Gen Alpha. So I have seen that a lot of the kids that just run around without a good positive role model, and there's a lot of people out there that are doing that kind of mother hen that group. But I think, like John pointed out, there's some out there that are almost predatory and taking advantage of that. All right, somebody else talk.
All right. Well, so okay. In terms of like communities in VR chat though, you could like depending on what space you get into, there's definitely less hate. Like if you're going into like a public world that's like pretty popular, like say the Black
Mm-hmm.
Cat is just a melting pot of just generally anyone who will play the game for the first time. So that's where you're going to run into a lot of those like 10 and 12-year olds that are just going to like run at you and call you every slur imaginable.
Right,
And then there are those like those still in high school kids and the early 20 somethings who should know better but still will like harass you for one reason or another.
right,
Um, but then you have the less known spaces in VR chat, like the ones that specifically cater to a certain community of like marginalized groups. You can go there, and I know I've had the best experiences in those kinds of groups, because of how like moderated it is, and they'll just like ban anyone who's not like adhering to the basically general be nice to everyone policy.
right. I know there's a lot of different spaces where like niches, I guess, where like for instance,
Yeah.
audience anarchy. There's a definite less toxic people that are going there because they're going there to do improv, and it's a great world, love it. And people are there going there for similar, acting and similar improv and doing that stuff. We're gonna go to our comments really quick and say hello to Polly, who's joined the chat. First time chatter, welcome. Thanks, Polly. And don't mind John. He was just simply saying, welcome. And yeah, I know. Yeah. See, you're doing the heart, right? Is that how I do it? How do I do that? Is that it? How do I? how do I make it go? Like my heart looks
I flip off
funky.
on the stream.
It looks what? If I
Can I
had the
flip
ring
off?
light, no vacation. F your vacation. Okay,
No, no. I can I
F
flip
it.
off?
F your vacation. Okay,
No, can I flip off on the stream?
no, no vacation for John, just in case nobody saw the sign. Okay,
No vacation, especially if he flips off the audience.
that's right. I need to make a backside to this so I can have two sides of my chalk. Maybe I'll have a whiteboard on one side and then a chalkboard on the other. Okay. So, Enola also says that it's also where people go to the extreme on new players. Yeah, that's true. It's why you go to the cat, Enola, and you want to experience that and that. Wow. Wow, that's interesting. Great chat, though. I love the conversation we're having. It's good. This is probably be the first and the last Sharkcast that ever existed, and my Twitch channel's going
Oh,
away. Connor's just obsessed with me for real. That's why he talks to me like that. He loves you and adores you. I've got it on video. See? Yeah. Yeah, I got it on video. And if you want me to make a short about it, that clip I will. Yeah, where he's professing his love to you. It doesn't matter that it was fake scripted for the show. It's still evidence. I'm going to
the
manipulate it.
show. Are you referring to the Big
Big
Bad Big Bad Shark Hospital?
Yeah, the Big Bad Shark General Hospital. I have so
Oh
many
my
coals in the
gosh.
fire. My attention's all over the place. The last pod, you mean? You hope not. Oh, the last part. Okay, gotcha. Um, now that we're caught up with our chats, what were we talking about, Marcy? Besides, we started talking
Just
about John and or
communities in
yeah.
VR chat, like the different
Oh yeah.
like the niches you can have. I know for one, the one that I regulate frequently is the Has Been Hotel slash Hell of a Boss
Oh yeah.
worlds.
I see you
In
in that
fact,
a
that's
lot.
where yeah, and I believe that's where I met you for the first time.
Yep.
Was when we joined one of those worlds.
I think because I
Um,
was following John and John was following Polly and Polly was following, or Polly was there. Maybe? I don't
yeah,
know. Or
who
some
knows?
combination of that. Yeah. I do think that I have gone to the Black Cat before. I like to go up to the receptionist desk and just sit there and pretend. Like, what does that say? What does that say, John? You're muted. We can't hear anything you're saying.
It's the Polly Shotty, I miss you, cutie. Ha ha.
Oh, proof and evidence. There we go. Now,
Yeah.
we're going to eventually work on a program for John, a reconditioning program to learn how to behave civilized. We're getting there. It's baby steps. Baby steps, John. Right? Got you. I got you. You're going to go to shark school. And I get to tell you all the advice that I told my twins and my eldest, and then they just ignore most of it. So that'll be fun. It'll be great. You just won't ignore me, or you just pretend to, or pretend not to. Then you can just ignore me. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. And you're still muted, just FYI. Are you, are you, are you talking to somebody?
Muted myself.
You forgot about yourself?
No,
Polly.
I muted myself.
Oh, yeah, I know. Why are you muting yourself? Are you having a private conversation
Because
while we're live streaming?
not yeah, no, y'all having a conversation. I just don't
Well,
want
we're
like
live streaming. Next time, Polly, you should have been on. We could have, put your little square up there.
right, Polly.
Yeah,
Just like,
Polly. Way to go, Polly. And of
yeah,
course,
way to
D-Tone
go.
and
Like
Enola, you
always.
guys are always welcome to be part of the Sharkcast. I know Enola said that Enola was going to be a first-time watcher and a last-time watcher as well, but I'm hoping we can grow on that. I've gone into the Black Cat, and I'll go up there and play receptionist. And it's very fun. When I'm bored, I will just do that because I like to see people's reaction. So if I just stand there and as they pop in, I'm like, hello, welcome to the Black Cat. How can I seat you? Do you have a reservation, etc., whatever. Then I'll just continue with my character. I find that the most joy I have is when I stay committed to
hmm
my character and stay in it and just see how far I can go without cracking up because I think that's been the biggest challenge. What? What are you, your thumbing's down? Oh, because Polly's,
Not Polly. Yeah.
oh, you only have your phone. Oh my gosh, you can still Discord voice. That's easy. We could pop you in, put a little headset thing, clippy thing in your
My
phone.
God, Polly, shawty, come on, Polly, join in, girl.
Yeah. See, now John's asking for you, so I'm just going to encourage that. You could just call Polly your sugar mama.
Nah, she ain't got that money.
Okay, well, let's get Polly loaded, and then you'll have your sugar mama. I'll be like
Yeah, I
Sharks
would agree with that.
Sharks dating program.
I just gonna be her little e kitten.
And
I
Polly
want to
Enola
die.
is my in real life cousin. Enola, Polly. Polly came along and started acting in Big Bad Shark General Hospital. If you haven't checked out Big Bad Shark General Hospital, then you can go to the YouTube channel and check that out. We have seasons 1 through 12, or season 1, episodes 1 through 12, all bundled up together. It's so lovely. And it's an hour and 55 minutes. Unbelievable. I can't believe we came up that much content. Spur of the moment improv. So let's talk about that. You guys, your experience with productions on Big Bad Shark show in general, all productions. What was that like? Oh,
Oh, oh my God. I've had the best time every time without fail. It's
woo!
it's it's honestly like I don't think people are often given the opportunity to do what you do on your show, and the fact that you just like bring in so many people, like you basically scouted people like from VR chat, and you're like, yes, I'm taking you, and you're gonna do this thing, and you're gonna love it, and it is just wonderful. It's just so wonderful.
Thank you, Marcy. I appreciate that. I think I couldn't do it alone. And I don't think people would be as entertained with it was just my voice saying all this stuff. I would look more crazy than John thinks I am. So in that case, yeah. So in that case, I am so grateful that I have so many people willing to just blindly jump in and follow whatever guidance I'm giving, and then give in to what I'm visioning in my mind. Yeah, exactly. D-Tone says you're going to love it or else. That's right. And John, what about you?
What happened?
What was that, John?
What happened?
Oh, yes. Let me repeat the question. I was drinking some water. Make sure you get some
Mhm.
hydration. Everybody, drink water. It's good for you.
Yes.
Take a drink. Good, 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 good. I was asking Marcy, and she was telling us about all the wonderful things that that is experienced on the Big Bad Shark Productions. And so, for realsies, just for a moment of realsies.
Oh, real Caesar. Okay, I got
Okay,
you.
what
I
has it
would
been like?
never thought of myself being like a voice actor. I mean, not that like professional way, but I never thought in my life that I would be doing this. And it's been like 4 years. Well, it's been I think I haven't like gotten in like for almost a year, but then I came back like on it's either 21 or 22. And then I was just since then I was just being like active. And then compared from the first video, which is the Uber driver, to the recent one, I guess I improved a lot on the acting and all that. I'm not even again. I'm not even acting. I just being myself. I just being goofy,
That's right.
you know.
That's right. And I think I'm just going to read some of the comments too. Uh, Enola said, I never thought I'd get to act in the stuff I used to watch on Mystery Science Theater. Yeah. And D-Tone said, I missed that show. I never finished watching it or the remake. I know. That's Mystery Science Theater is very funny. Um, One of the things that okay, I saw, if you've ever seen Kevin Smith is a really famous director. I don't know if you've seen any Jay and Silent Bob movies. But did, Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes did a tour of like colleges and they recorded it. And it was hilarious. It was just them doing a question and answer. Um, and Kevin Smith is a genius. And so when he did the Jay and Silent Bob, he asked Jason Mewes, come and do this. And then Jason Mewes was like, I'm not an actor. I don't know how to do this. And he's like, dude, it's written about you. And I'm like, that is the key. When you're an amateur and you're working on learning how to do video editing and you just want something quick and dirty to mess around with, you don't want to spend a lot of time writing stuff because then you're going to tweak it, you're going to edit. It's going to take a lot of time. And you want to get to editing to practice the editing. So I learned quickly that the storylines are all around me. I don't have to write anything. Everybody's character is already a part of them. If I just allow them to be themselves, it just works easier. Why act when you can just be you or a part of you or enhance a part of you? So I just simply like cultivate people together and
Right.
with just a little prompting here and there, but I let people just be themselves. And I think that too often people get set in a trap of their own making of saying, well, I'm not this or I'm not that. I'm not a singer, I'm not a musician, I'm not an artist. We all are. It's just whatever muscle you decide to flex, whatever muscle that you're working out. And so if I notice that there's people that are witty and they got funny things to say or how they say it or their voice, those are all beautiful like paints. And I just put them together on a canvas because in the end, that's what I am as an artist. And so I'm just cultivating great and talented people all together on one screen and then just kind of molding it together. So I'm really thankful that you guys all participate in the craziness that I do. I jokingly call this basically I'm playing with Barbies. It's just that the Barbies are live people. That's what we did. We made stories about our Barbies when we were little. And then we made stories about other stuff when we were older and we wrote them down and we turned them in called, essays and assignments and, write a fictitious story. We're not going to hate, Polly. We're not hating on anybody. Everybody's
Man,
got their own journey. Everybody's
I
got their
never
own
heard.
journey.
Actually, I never heard one of her songs. I don't even know how she sounds like.
Okay, I'm going to say vocally, she's not bad. Don't hate on her. She can sing. And I wouldn't recommend necessarily the last video that I saw, but I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to hate. Everybody's got different tastes. And so she's a talented young lady and she's learning. She's finding her place in this world, Polly. And that's what you need to remember. Maybe
Yes,
she'll
Polly.
become a better singer. I wasn't very good on guitar when I first started. There was a lot of profanity, and now there's less profanity and more lyrics. So it's an evolving process. We'll get there eventually. Yes, I do understand. I understand a great deal. Okay. Now, let's see what time we're at. We're at 3:20. Okay, we're doing good, you guys. What else should we cover? Oh, we got to do a gaming waters. So let me take this moment to do our health minute. F is a lyric, yes. And I love all songs with the F word in it. That is a given, unless it's country, and then I'm not so keen on
Well,
it.
I
But
wonder. I wonder who she said that to.
uh,
Right.
oh no, not me. She's talking about JoJo. She's got
No, no. You said you had an F word in the lyrics as well, and I
oh,
said, I wonder where the Shark mentioned this on the song.
that's for
I wonder.
Polly.
Nah.
Frickin' no, Polly. There. How's that?
Are you flipping off? Stop flipping. I don't know how I said that. I just flip off immediately.
Okay, hold on. And we're live. Marky just showed up. Everybody say hello to Mark. Mark. Okay, he is the reason that him and the little bad sharks and middle bad shark are the reason I'm able to even do this because there was some knockdown, drag out tears that were going on over. D-Tone says hello over this initial thing. So here's what happened. Since we've got time, I'm going to go back and start how this started. Shark has a pie. Mark help Shark. He knows. He's the one that gave me the Sharkcast idea. Okay. The name Sharkcast. Okay. No, we're not going to tell a shark to stop. And I'm not listening. Definitely not listening to that. So the little bad shark and middle bad shark built a computer. I was like, really? You're going to work at a lavender farm and build a computer? You've never built a computer. And so they worked at a lavender farm. They saved up their money. They bought the parts. They built this computer. And then they're like, we're going to save it for a VR. And so they did this whole thing and then got a VR system. It was an Oculus Rift. And then they said, Mom, you got to try this. And I am dumbfounded thinking, how the heck did you even learn how to build this? And like, where did you come from? Like, how did you learn this stuff? And of course, YouTube. And now at this time, my kids have already convinced me to start a YouTube channel. And they are convinced that I'm the next Bob Ross because they think that my painting is awesome and then I paint. And so I was doing a YouTube channel already and just uploading my me painting, and I paint in like 30 minutes or less, right? So I could do YouTube. I figured that part out. So they put this headset on me and they have me killing zombies and I'm hooked. And then I'm texting them in school going, give me the code I need on this thing. I want to kill some zombies. And I'm like trying to figure out how to do this. I didn't understand the difference between like Steam and Oculus because you could go into your Oculus and go into your Steam account, or you can just go into your Oculus. So I was having a hard time understanding the two. I was like, how do I get to that one screen that you had, the home screen? And they didn't understand because they were in class and I shouldn't have been bothering them, but I did. So eventually I'm like blown away by this whole thing. I love it. And I recognize immediately that this has got to be such a beneficial thing for a lot of different medical conditions down the road. I know it's already used for phobias and fears, but for stroke victims specifically, this could be very beneficial for mobility, and working with the brain. So I'm like loving it, digging it, start playing games, start playing poker, and then people are commenting on my voice. And I'm like, well, that's convenient because I love to talk. And so then my friend Ekron, who I'd met in VR chat, showed me a world in VR chat that had it had like a TV studio. And it just hit me right then and there because I love Oprah and I grew up watching Oprah. So that was my idol and I was going to do it. And so that's what happened. Then different friends gave me different ideas for different things and more of like a dare and a challenge. And so, yeah, everything was born that way. Now, John Connor, you dabble in music as well as computer gaming. So it's not just VR gaming. You also do your digital audio workstation and you play music, yes?
Kinda.
Well, what do you mean, kinda?
Kinda. I'm not very good at music, so yeah, kinda.
Okay, so anybody that plays an instrument is a musician. You don't have to play it
Well,
well.
uh,
Are you trying, John? Are you trying to play music?
not really good.
Well, yes, you do. Um, was that one where you shot one of them in the back of the head where they were yeah, and okay, D-Tone was asking a question about the when I shot the middle bad shark and middle bad, yeah. I did shoot them in the back of their head when we were playing. um we were shooting zombies, but I think it was Pavlov. And I love shooting games. I love shooting games and I love shooting my kids in shooting games. That is fun. Marcy, have you played any shooting games in VR?
Yes, I've played a few. I don't think I've tried Pavlov, but I had this one that I played. It was a relatively new one when I played it. I can't find the name of it, but it was very in depth. All the guns were like very mechanical and like worked how they would work in real life. I was just
Yes,
like, it's like, whoa, the attention to detail is
I
crazy.
know. I love I think it's not Outlook. What is it? Out something on VR. Well, they had Pavlov's Shack on VR Quest 2 and 3. So, and I did play that. There was another one that we played as well, and I can't remember what it was. It started with an O. Yeah, I Outlast. No, I think it was. I guess I could look, but I'm being lazy. That's not a VR game. But it was on VR Quest, I think specifically. Okay. Hey, take care, Nola. Thanks for dropping by on the Sharkcast. We'll love to have you back. Come back again sometime soon. And we're looking
Yeah.
forward to your continued subscription here and on our YouTube channel. Probably Pavlov Shack. I think so. Now you have to pay for that. It's no longer free, by the way. That sucks. But I did like that. There are some games that are like a little bit of the shooting ones in VR chat. There's a cemetery one you can shoot each other. Bye, Enola. Take care. And there's also a couple more that I think that's probably why I go to Rec Room, even though there's a lot of younger. There's a lot of mix. There's a lot of mix. There's people that are all ages in there, and I love to shoot and paintball. It's very fun, unless it's a bunch of kids and they get toxic and start hating on me because I'm old. But that's beside the point. We're getting less of that and more, affiliated with people ready to just shoot paintballs. Okay, we're
I
going to
think
take
I
it. Go
found
ahead.
the game you're talking about.
Which one?
Onward? Is that the one?
Yes. Thank you, Marcy.
I've actually
Yes.
played that one too on Quest
Okay.
when I first got it.
See, we're going to do our gaming waters right now since we're already talking about it. And then my health minute is water. Wait, let's do the health minute right now. Hold on. Hold on just a second. And here we go with, look, check this out. Ready? And here's our special health minute. As spring is coming out, remember, make sure you get outside, get your vitamin D, and get a pot with some soil and play with it, because soil does have antidepressant qualities, and vitamin D is extremely important for good mental health and also for fighting off diseases. And then going outside and doing more stuff, touching grass, you're going to have more intake of water needed, because you're going to be burning off energy and heating up the body. So make sure you get some good water intake. And this has been your health minute from the Big Bad Shark. We're going to stop that. And then we're back to our panel. Thanks, panel. Thanks so much. Did you learn a lot from your health minute today?
I learned so much. I actually have a water bottle right next to me and I don't have any water in it. So after we're done here, I'm going to fill that right back up.
I just leaked my water and now my camera became a bit blurry.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
wait, is it back? Okay. All right, good. All right. We are doing our last couple minutes of our gaming waters. Okay, so this is where we're going to talk about a game or a specific game that we should try or need to try or have tried recently. What is a new
Halo.
game? Halo? Is it
Halo.
new?
Halo Infinite is free multiplayer. Let's go.
Okay, let's talk about it. Tell me about it. What's Halo?
Well, you're a
I know what
streamer.
Halo is, but
Oh, well, then why you ask questions?
I'm asking questions because I'm the host of the damn show.
All right.
Okay, now, content warning.
Halo. Content. Oh, that's a good one, actually. Yes.
Yeah. I was just about to mention that one. Everyone's playing content warning.
Okay, let's
that
talk about
yesterday.
content warning. What is that? I haven't played it. What is it?
It's a horror game. It's like
Oh!
a horror game. It's like I don't know if you've seen like Lethal Company.
Yeah, I never
It's
got
like-
to play it. Oh, wait, I
Okay,
did get to
cool.
play it. I did get to play it.
Yeah.
I like
So,
being at the computer. Okay.
content warning, you have to record. It has to be like a specific part, which is like the scary part. They say you encounter like something, and you have to record that so you can gain views. And by gaining views, you win money, right? The way it is, right?
Okay. So it's kind of a horror game, like based
No,
on
no, it is a horror
Twitch
game.
streaming.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Basically, yeah. It's
Next-
like if what was that other one called, that other horror game, the recent one?
Phasmophobia.
This it was just mentioned earlier. Whatever.
Lethal
But
Content.
it's like that.
Company?
Lethal Company mixed
Lethal
with
Company. There we go.
YouTube, and then
Yeah.
that's content warning.
Oh. I could see a future movie plan or idea for a show. Hear me out. Okay, so the game is you got a Twitch stream and there's little competitions between the Twitchers, and then whoever gets eliminated dies in real life. That would be the horror.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's a great
I
show.
don't like that idea.
We should do that. John, would you sign up for?
No, I would. No, I'm good.
I
It's
think
a great
you're-
horror film. I think it's genius. It's my next movie. We should plan sometime where we get together and watch the first movie that I made. Enola
Yes.
was in the second movie I made. Um, you're not signing up to die. D-Tone does not like the idea. No, it'd be a movie idea, D-Tone, where people don't know that they're signing up for it. Like, okay, if you go into Horizon and you go watch the faceless lady, it's like a horror film. You go in there and it's like well, it's a movie and you're like in it almost. And it has a 360 camera, kind of like the Post Malone concert. And if you get a chance to see the Post Malone concert in Horizon, if it comes back again, go see it. Still my number one favorite. John probably gets sick of seeing that with me because I will sing it nonstop. I have to mute myself because I'm being rude to other people. But I love it. And I sing to him like he's my son because he's the same age as my oldest. And so I poor Posty in his relationship woes as a mama, my mama heart is just aching for him with all his hoes. You know, he's got a lot of them in hotels and stuff. At least he sings about them. And he's talking about a little bit chubbier girls who maybe couldn't fit in his Benz. And so that makes me sad, but maybe he'll get through his hate. Anyway, that's beside the point. Go see it if you ever get a chance to see the Post Malone 20K concert. And then, okay, we've got to get back on track here. We're talking about what game?
Content
Content
warning.
warning. So,
Yeah.
on content warning, is it a Steam game or is it a VR game?
It is a Steam game.
Okay, so I
From
can
what
play it,
what I know.
right?
Yes.
Okay. There are several Steam games that I have not yet played. And so maybe at some point we could do like, you know, teach Shark how to play this game that I downloaded because I downloaded it to play with my middle bad shark and little bad shark. And then by the time I got through with my stuff, they were already on to the next cool game. And that seems like how it works. If you don't get in fast, then it just fades away. So Lethal Company's out.
Yes, Lethal Company has been out for a couple months. It actually was really popular for a
I
good while.
and now it's not.
It's just that the current fad is content warning because it's a similar genre, but a lot of people are being like, I thought I sort of like this format better than the Lethal Company format, but they're similar in a lot of aspects.
Do you like it? Have you played it?
I've played Lethal Company, um, and I enjoyed it in the aspect of like you get to sort of like hear your friends from across the hall like
Right.
screaming because it's got that sort of like local voice thing integration. So
Nice.
like if you're like wandering around looking for whatever scraps you're looking for, you can hear your friend from like a couple of doors down like shriek and then suddenly be silenced by whatever monster has nabbed them.
Nice. That's very
Which is I
frightening.
think a lot of the appeal because it's sort of like you're in a horror movie.
Yeah. That does seem to be a draw for a lot of people. There's a very like a ride, like a scary theme park kind of thing. Those I like
Mhm.
those. John, have you played it yet? Have you
Oh
played
yeah, I
content?
did play it.
Oh, it's like it's almost old news. John's like, that's almost last week's game. I'm not into it anymore.
Oh
Yeah.
no! I played it like because I went to bed like around 3 in the morning. I was playing that with my
Yeah,
friends.
I did play with D-Tone. I played Lethal Company with D-Tone. That's how I liked sitting at the computer. I let them go out with all the nasty like spiders and whatever God knows whatever else is out there. And I'm like staying inside on the radio. I'll do that all day long. Like get back here. I'm
Have you,
staying safe. I'm shutting the door on you guys. Leaving
yeah.
you for good. I'm out.
Have you ever played Phasmophobia, Shark?
Yes,
That
absolutely.
that's another one where you could like just sit inside of the van and watch your friend through like their head cameras
I often do, right,
while they
John?
go inside of the house.
John, you've played with me before? D-Tone has also played with me on that,
What?
on Phasmophobia.
Oh my god!
so,
Yeah.
so is Hannah. Hannah's played with me a few times, and then the baby sharks. It was a real difficult time trying to play all three of us on the same internet. That was challenging back in the day.
Mhm.
Not so much anymore because we can split it up now with the quest. But at first we were just having all the riffs.
All
Um,
right. I sent you a clip about what is the game about. That
Okay.
happened like early in the morning when we were playing.
Okay. Should I show the clip or is it
Uh,
just for me? My eyes only.
check it first and then yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll see. How can I
And
do that? Go ahead.
I was gonna say while you're figuring that out, I was gonna ask John a question.
Go ahead.
Because you mentioned Halo earlier, and I was gonna ask like, what's your favorite part of the Halo? Because I know a lot of people like really like Halo for its story, but there's also a huge multiplayer community. Do you have like a preference there?
I like the story. I'm I'm trash at the multiplayer.
What's your favorite part of the story?
Well, I like Halo 3 ODST. That's
Right.
that is my you know stuff right there.
Is that Master
What?
Chief?
No,
Yes.
Okay.
well
No? Oh wait, no,
on that
ODST
Halo,
isn't.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, ODST is that. Well, it happens on the same like storyline,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not playing as Master Chief. You're just playing like
Got it.
soldiers.
Okay, continue. Carry on.
Let's
I'm
see.
learning.
Well, actually, okay, okay. So at some point in the events of Halo 2, when they're like there's a battle on New Bombasa, which is like at Africa. The Covenant somehow managed to get on Earth, and they were searching for like a key for Halo, right? So they can activate. Why you type? Are you
I
seriously
was taking
writing
notes. Yeah.
this?
I thought they were searching for the rains in Africa. I was wrong. Go
No,
ahead.
no, no. They were searching like a key for an
Okay.
activation of a Halo ring, which is basically a mass genocide.
Oh, we
Yeah,
don't like that at the Big Bad Shark Productions. We're not
yeah, and
supporting any kind of genocide. Continue.
which I think they did because at the end of that mission they leave with a slip space, basically opening a portal and they just go in. So Master Chief, the chip that Master Chief was in, he was right there. So at the start of the event of Halo 3 ODST is after they left, is of the aftermath of what happened after they left, which is it causing a huge EMP explosion, which is basically messed up the entire city, and they just like stranded.
Oh,
Right,
oh.
and the entire is it's so good. The soundtrack and everything, it's just like pure jazz and
Okay.
everything.
I like that. I like that. The soundtrack
Oh
perked me
yeah,
back up. I don't like it when they
yeah.
die though, and it's sad. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no,
I.
yeah,
That is one thing I hear people sing the praises of Halo a lot is the soundtrack is
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Like if you don't have the time to play Halo, just like pop on those soundtracks for each of the games and you're just gonna have a wonderful time.
Yeah, I think there was a song that was on one of the video games back on Xbox that I guess was a tearjerker, and that I guess it was when somebody died, and so it was a popular song that was made, and well, it was a remake actually, but when they hear that song, they're like, "That's when he died," and I'm like,
the,
they're like sad over a video game character dying at the end of this thing, and I'm like, that's incredible. Incredible marketing right there to have an attachment like that to create a storyline. We like storylines. I mean, look
right.
at every soap opera known to man going back to like whenever the TV was invented. I would be able to look it up for you, but it's not, that's not the point. We've been doing like soap dramas because it's kind of like working through our own dramas. We all recognize and see realistically that there's dramas in everybody's lives and nobody's life is perfect and everybody's got issues. But it's like, when people go to church or people, come together as musicians or people come together as artists or comedians or improv actors, whatever it is, through gaming and kind of, living through the storylines of whether it's a character game or the NPC characters, and your involvement in that, to see something not necessarily from beginning to end, but to see something go through a process. I think that is what draws us to that, especially people with ADHD. The gaming kind of attraction seems to feed that need because there's so many different things going on that we're able to kind of stay focused. Whereas when a few things kind of are not stimulating us at the same time, it's harder to stay focused. And so, at least from my perspective as an ADHD personality, that is very true. And that is a very strong draw to gaming as well as gaming with a character or a storyline, like what John was saying with the Halo. I couldn't play the Xbox, but I did enjoy listening and watching along the storyline as my kids were playing it.
Yeah, Halo is one of those games where it's like I've definitely like played a lot of them. Like I've definitely had a couple of hours in each game. I haven't sat down and played all of them, but like if someone like plays the soundtrack or like boots it up or something, you just get that
Right.
like little hint of nostalgia.
Yeah.
And it's just great that like games like that keep going on, like Halo, like you may forget about a series for a while, but like eventually they're gonna pick it back up, and like your friends or your kids are gonna be start playing, and it's like, oh my God, I remember that game from way back when.
There's an auditory where you receive, or your auditory where it's processed in the brain. The Your sensory input comes in through touch, taste, sound, feel, all that stuff, right? When you
Mhm.
listen to a sound or a song or a voice and you have positive experiences or emotional experiences, whatever they are, they kind of imprint that message. It's kind of, I like to describe it as like there's layers on your hard drive, there's partitions. Your brain kind of stores memories and input data. You've got auditory input, you've got sensory input. So it's just like a computer. It's getting input from multiple places. And so you get storage of fragments of that data stored in partitions upon that hard drive. The brain is very much like that. And so when you hear something or smell something and it was imprinted on one of those partitions of your brain in a way, you will instantly go back to that. So those songs that you're hearing when you're gaming and those emotions that you're encountering, if they're strong, they'll stay with you. And so 20 years now, you hear that song that was associated with Halo, and you're gonna think back to that feeling. I think that's why it's really important, especially when we're gaming, to make sure we really put a positive foot forward. And I know for myself, I try my best to not be toxic in the VR environment, to try and refrain from that negativity and to cultivate a positive, you know, outlook where it's fun and humorous, because laughter is good medicine in the end. It actually does decrease your cortisol, which is a stress hormone, which can wreak havoc on the body when long term. It's great in fight or flight when you're running from a saber-toothed tiger, but it's not so hot on the day to day, every day. So I'm glad that,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm glad we could all find each other. And no matter what age, no matter what location geographically, we're able to come together in a gaming community and enjoy those things that we like and make positive impressions and store those lovely memories on our partitions of our brain. And whenever you want a dose of that medicine, all you have to do is go back to the Big Bad Shark Show and we'll have it on tape, recorded forever, especially John's incessant need of a vacation, which he will never get or acquire. But thank you so much for asking, John. Hey, Shaw, welcome to the show. We have a lovely first time chatter out there. Welcome. And you are joining us at the tail end of the show, but we're still chatting and we don't care because there's no rules here. And so we have, yeah, I
Who's
know
that?
it's Shaggy. It's Shaggy. Oh, you're needing both hands to keep working? Okay, go ahead, Detone. Take care. And Shaggy is not really missing in real life. So we will just write that into the Big Bad Shark General Hospital character. So welcome. Yes, laughter is the medicine of life. And Shaggy has been a part of the Big Bad Shark Show since day one. So I definitely thank you very much, Shaggy, for your contributions to all of the laughter. There's many, many times that we have had great fun all together. John and Marcy, I know you
Yeah.
guys have been really, really excited to participate in the improv
Yeah,
audience
Yeah.
anarchy improv. What did you like about that world map specifically?
the creativity.
Even though it's scripted?
Nope, creativity. Just, I mean, we still follow like somewhat the script, but we just be creative with it as well. So
Freedom?
Yeah, I agree because there are times where it's like the script can be funny, but I feel like the best like laugh out loud moments have been those little bits of improv. One of my favorite moments in particular was in, I think it was a recent episode. It was like the trial.
Yeah.
And you had addressed the prosecution, and you looked at John, who was the defense, and I sort of interluded. I was like, "Oh, over here, I'm the prosecution," and I love that moment so much, and I'm glad it made it into the final edit because it allows the script to breathe for a moment, and just this little hint of comedy that wouldn't have been in the show had we not made a bit of an error.
I agree. I agree. I think that is true. And much love to you as well, Shaggy dear, of course. Um, One of the things that I like what Marcy's talking about with is working with the errors. I think as a nurse, like you got to work with your environment. If it's not perfect, there's no stopping and getting to start over. Sometimes you just got to be creative. My creativity helped me be a better nurse for sure because I was like, okay, I've got this to work with. What can I do with it? It's like MacGyver in the operating room. That's what I was dealing with. I mean, I've done braids and used gauze as a hair wrap. And that's a very minuscule amount. Very like a hair tie is not a really good example. But being creative with like the tools you have and how you're using them to make it work, that's important. And so Shaggy's also contributing his comment there. It says, say no to COVID vaccines. Shark agrees. Absolutely not. Not a chance in hell.
I agree with Shaggy. I agree with
No,
Shaggy.
no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no. I think we
yeah.
should find out. We should do a count one time and find out how many times I mentioned COVID or the COVID
Oh my
vaccine
God.
in
For real.
in every single episode. I think there should be a count for that. There's an insane amount of times that we have watched or that we've done a show, and I think I just habitually always put it in there. It's just I always mention I'm obsessed with it. But I'm a nurse. That's what I do. I'm obsessed with health and rules and regulations. So I have a obsessive compulsive disorder. So I love rules, regulations, order, structure. It's very liberating for those moments to just be free and not be obsessed over the absolute control on that. So, and the earth is flat. Oh, Shaggy, we'll have you been, we're going to get Shaggy in Shark School as well. We'll go into
Nah,
the
he's right.
auditorium and we'll
He
go
don't. He
into
don't.
the VR chat and we'll do like, college classroom and just straighten out all this BS that's going on.
Now, what
Um,
do you think every time you go to VR chat? This like, bro, the Earth is flat, bro. Just the same as VR chat. Will you join the game,
the
bro?
earth
You
is
know
not
how?
flat.
Oh, it is flat. Yeah,
It is not flat.
it
Well,
is
the
flat.
VR
Sorry.
chat maps are flat,
Oh
but
yeah,
Yes.
if
definitely.
they
They're not
take off
round.
the headset
I
for
know.
5 minutes and look around, they might see a different reality.
Ain't that the truth? What do you think that will happen in the next? And of course, Shaggy's just joking and trying to get a rise out of me. It definitely is flat in places. Ohio is one of them. I've been there. I've seen it. But the tree lines can kind of disguise and make it look like there's mountains in the out there. So, okay, but back to my question. Oh wait, what was my question? Hold on.
I don't even know.
Wait, I'm getting back there. Um, Not the flat Earth. Yeah, what? This is why we don't do it scripted. Because we would just lose the script anyway. I would get distracted. I'd be like, squirrel. Oh, what were we supposed to be doing? Oh, that's okay.
Where was I in
Where
the
was
script? Hold
I?
on.
What the
Line
hell?
147.
Yeah.
Don't.
No
I just
script.
want.
Throw the script away. Um, what are you picking up the guitar for now? What are you playing for us?
I'm
My
just
theme
waiting for you.
song?
Nah, just waiting for you for the question, bro.
All right. So do you
Just
think it's
take
a
your time.
problem that we've gone over? It's my stream. I can do what I want, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Okay. So I don't have to like stick to an absolute like an hour is a guideline. I was thinking like an hour, but we'll push it to
Yeah.
4. I mean, we'll push it another 10 minutes and go an hour and a half.
hmm
Is that cool?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, is that a good thing to I don't know, I'm new to these waters. This like Twitch and streaming twerking stuff is new for me. I'm learning.
What?
From
Wait,
Well, I
my
don't know.
experience in the podcast scene, people love the longer episodes.
Okay.
I work on a podcast, and we do rather short scripted episodes,
Okay.
So like when they get pushed to a little longer, people are like, "Ooh, this is must be a special
This
episode."
is an exclusive special episode where we are diving
Yeah.
deep into this water of learning what it takes to be a sharkcaster or a vlogcaster or a
No, I'm just kidding.
podcaster. And right now, John Connor and Marcy are my tutors. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Um, and thank you, Shaggy, for being a wonderful audience member. Why do you think The Simpsons predicted? Oh my gosh, I you know what? You guys remember when you know what a bucket list is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Before the bucket list, the movie came out, before it was called a bucket list, I had a list of things that I was like, am I going to do this stuff? Like, things would pop into my head and I'd be like, hey, I want to do this one day. And so I wrote this stuff down. Will I ever? Will I ever? Will I ever? And one of the ridiculous things, I don't know why. I don't know why, because I never had any intentions on being a voice actor. I did want to be an actor. I did want to work in film. I did try and get my SAG card because I lived in California at the time. I still have my list of agents that I got from SAG. Um, so I did learn about that, and I went on a call modeling. I wanted to do a modeling thing, and they told me, you probably aren't set up for modeling, but you would be great as an actor. And I was just, I think, so devastated that I was like, no, I want to do print work. I don't want to act. And so I was just like, wow. But then I was giving it some time. Now, I, for some reason on this thing, my list wrote, will I ever be a voice on The Simpsons? That's it. I apparently at some point I thought I wanted to be a voice on The Simpsons. Now, I just went to my 30-year high school reunion. That was in high school when The Simpsons was on TV, and The Simpsons are still on TV. That's insanity right there. Okay, so
Oh yeah.
was Saturday Night Live, but it was different characters, so not the same people. And thank you, Shaggy. You're good at creating stuff. Yes, that's right. I am, especially when I start talking about future and the prolific consequences of viruses. So if I start talking about COVID again, you better start listening. Get your vaccines. Vaccines are great.
Do not get your vaccines. It's
Get
okay.
your vaccines. We will have a discussion on that topic another time. But I come with facts and science. So Shaggy's got the big red X. No. Or I guess it's a white line. It's the white line in the sand, in the red hot lava sand. That's what I'm seeing. That's the vibe I'm picking up. Okay. So let's go back to my questions. Seriously.
Yes.
Let's have a serious conversation about, okay, that's enough in the chat. That's enough red lines. We got it. We're not talking about COVID. Okay. We're talking about, we've written Shaggy off. He's been missing. I've asked John Connor about it, and he has no idea where the hell you are, Shaggy. So, but he's busy hitting up everybody in the office, and even though it's against company policy.
Dang.
And Marcy, oh God bless Marcy. Marcy and I had a lovely VR chat, hours long. Well, it
Yeah.
was over an hour. We watched all of the episodes, 1 through 12, because I was like, all of this stuff has been improv. So everybody's just kind of just winging it. I'm just like, whatever. Here's your character. Just say whatever. And then everybody's kind of making up their own stories. And so I have to keep track of this stuff. So I'm like, oh, I got to make sure I don't screw up the storyline here. And so I've been, trying to keep watching so that I keep the visual memory of what the storyline's gone on. And so, here I am, poor Marcy, we're watching the whole thing except for episode 12 and 1 and 2, because I couldn't find 1 and 2. So that's what led to the whole, I should put these all together in one episode. And then I was mortified to find out it was an hour and 55 minutes. That's a lot of information to keep straight. And that's with the bleepers, or with the bloopers, but not with the intros, because I took those out. So that's still pretty impressive
So
content.
it's still the edited down version, and it's
Yeah.
still nearly 2 hours long, which is insane to think about.
Yeah. And then
Because
when
it doesn't feel like that when you're watching it.
no, and that's a good sign because then the story is flowing, even though which is incredible to me. The whole story is made up. The whole thing is made up. But then it's like, we're still moving something forward and it's somehow making sense. And so that's the part that I think is fun and challenging and creative. And then like what John was saying earlier is like, you kind of being you. It's you. It's you. You get to be you in VR chat, in Rec Room. You're still the It's John Connor employed by Big Bad Sharks who's looking for vacation and always wanting to be fired. And that's fantastic. It works in every situation. And so if we take those consistent parts of your personality, those consistent parts of this, it just brings that continued character that we've evolved. And we didn't create the character. You are the character. It's just a highlight of your character that we've, twisted creatively for entertainment purposes. So we're just like, it's kind of like a twisted form of reality TV. It's virtual reality TV. Oh, Shaggy's putting in that we need to make a new movie. Yeah, we were just coming up with it, an idea for a movie where it's a call out to all streamers for the master game of all games. It's the longest stream possible, and you got to complete challenges. But what they don't know is that the challenge loser dies.
Okay.
And when the stream ends, so does their life. That's the next movie. I think it'll be great.
Might as well just do a sleep stream, yeah.
A sleep stream. Oh, 24-hour stream. Wait, in the movie? Or as
In the
a
movie.
Yeah, 24-hour stream. And then they die, and when they die, they lose. I like it. I think it'd be freaky. Hey, Little Bad Shark, I've got an idea for a new movie. Are you ready for it? Yeah. Okay. Are you listening? Yeah. Okay, here's the plot. Everybody signs up for a contest, okay? It's a live streaming contest. Yeah. And on the live stream, there's different groups that will compete as a team. And you'll complete challenges. And the loser dies. And so each round, another person dies. But people don't know that they're dying. Their just stream goes offline. I think this would work. Yeah.
I think it's a really brilliant concept.
Hot sauce challenge.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
that's it. The ghost pepper challenge. And then they die. Hot wings. Yeah, I got to have
Think,
somebody run over by a car, though.
I think a good draw or like a good idea for the movie would be like having the living players slowly discover that the people who go
Yes.
offline are dying.
Yes. And then they're
And
trying
that way the tension ramps
Yeah.
up so that like in the climax they're all like, oh my god, we have to win or we die.
Yeah. And I could be on the little trike with some face paint and be like, do you want to play a game?
Okay, not gonna lie. I just thought about it.
What?
It sounds like I don't know if you guys heard about it. I only seen this anime when I was like middle school. Like Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
It, it it's just
It's
that.
one of those you die in the game, you die for real
Yeah,
type
yeah,
deal.
yeah. Oh, that's a great horror concept. That's fantastic. There's so many different I mean, there's so many different, there's zombies, reanimation, which I love. Love. John Connor was actually a zombie in the Putin. He was a Putin zombie in the, what was it called? Now I have to find it.
It was like airlines. Big Bad Shark
Yeah, it was Big
Airlines.
Bad Shark Airlines. Let me see if I can. I mean, I'm sure I can do this. I can find this and pop it in there, right? So we know what we're talking about. I'm sure. Okay. And here we go. The Big Bad Shark Show on YouTube. Encourage you to look at that. No, we don't want that. Okay. Can you hear that when it's playing through my headset?
Wait, hold on. There's a delay on the stream.
I bet. I wonder if you can. I think I have to put it in as an audio source. So let me. Okay. So playlist. I do believe this was a Big Bad Shark Airline. You're right. It was, I think, possibly when Middle Bad Shark was hired
Was
as the
driving.
new pilot.
Yep, he was driving. He was the one who was driving.
He was our pilot. Let's go to Big Bad Shark Air. Right there. Right there.
For an enjoyable time where we
Okay.
train on the job.
All right, let me see if I can add a little screen, or should I just go to this one? Okay, I think we can still hear Marcy, but we don't have a video representation of Marcy, but we still have video of it's John Connor and myself. And instead of a gaming streaming overlay, I will add a media source, I think, or window capture. Let's try window capture. And let's do that. Okay. Is it working? Can you guys see it?
Nope.
Nope.
Hold on. Wait.
Okay.
I
see
see
the
a
title,
black
yeah.
screen on the
Yeah, I
stream.
see the title.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Let's see what we got.
Big Bad Shark Airline.
You see
Join
it?
us for an enjoyable time where we train on the job and get a little better each
Can you hear it?
time.
Can you guys hear it and see it?
Yes, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
Okay. All right. So this is the part where we're going up in flight, blah, 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 blah. And right here. So we crash. Okay. And
Let's go. Come on, honey, let's go.
oh, thank you so much for following us. Thanks, Shaggy. Okay.
You guys need to sacrifice your lives for me because I'm the only way out. Let's be real. Let's take a vote. Who dies first? Okay.
I'm
Stressful
okay.
moment.
I
I'm just stressing out.
understand. I understand. You did crash the plane. You crashed us all.
That's just because my friend said they put the fuel in the plane, and so when he put the fuel in the plane, I guess he didn't actually do it. So what really happened is it wasn't my fault, and it never really is, anyways. Okay, you're the first to die.
I love that part. Now, John Connor's going to make his appearance.
You don't even know how to fly a plane.
Here we go.
Okay. All right, you guys. There's a hangar over there.
Well
I'm sure
done,
there'll be a
John. That was
plane.
fantastic.
Middle Bad Shark.
Do you
I'm
see him in
sure
the
you can
background?
fly us. I'm sure that we can do that. Oh my God.
What in the name of Stalingrad is that?
Okay, listen, we landed in Russia, but here's the deal. Putin's got a new kind of arsenal that he's using for warfare. It's Putin zombies. GTFO, let's go!
It's John Connor. And then Hannah. This is fantastic. Of course, he's going to turn her into a zombie. I made Hannah do that so many times.
Oh my god, for real.
Everybody felt bad for her. Now they're both zombies. Okay, this episode, the only reason I wanted to do this was for this scene right here. I found this world and I'm like, I wonder if I could shoot.
You guys, okay, come on. We're gonna have to jump off this building. We gotta jump. Let's
I
go.
just want to jump off this. Watch. Look at how many shots it took. Think about it. 1 view, 2, there's like 3 or 4 different views
Oh
on
my
that.
God, you guys. Thank God you made it. Are you guys okay?
Holy shit.
Barely.
Have those zombies made it?
They're not so smart.
So I guess those zombies won't be a problem anymore.
That was the Putin zombie.
Nothing to worry
Oh,
about. So let's go ahead and get on the plane with Middle Bad Shark. Oh, just crashed again.
What?
So John had to play 2
Okay,
roles in
let's
this.
Problem solved itself.
We're fine. It's fine.
Problem solved
Let's go.
itself.
Another enjoyable flight on Big Bad Shark Air. Thank you so much.
What?
Let's go. Is everybody?
Okay, so yeah, that was an interest. Ooh, that's fun to do. I can just do that really quick and show stuff. That's awesome. I like that. We had Shaggy in an episode of Big Bad Shark Air as well. He was supposed to be babysitting the baby sharks and did not. Oh, what was that one that you talked about, Marcy? The
Oh,
ready for
the
this
it
conversation?
was the improv
Little bad-
trial episode. It was one of the more
Yes.
recent ones.
Let's pull that up right there. I think that is easy to find as well. And we'll show what that little moment of improv was like. The accusation. Okay, here we go. So the cool part about this one was that I do love this world, and I am so grateful for John making it. The curtains, the script, and the camera changes that I can't really do completely like this.
Yeah.
And that's what I fell in love with this world. Now, because I don't get it. I can't see who the plaintiff
Order in the
is.
court. Order in the court. You can all have a seat now. All right. It says
I
here,
like making sounds.
throw him out. Throw him out.
That was-
Okay. All right.
it's
As
John
it
Connor.
says here,
Wait, no, it was
blah, 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 blah. Something,
Someone was talking smack.
vehicular
He kept addressing
manslaughter.
the gallery
Oh,
in
shouldn't
this
have that for
episode.
lunch, for a drink.
Oh.
The wine stays at the restaurant. Anyway, okay. It says here the defendant is being charged with weird vehicular manslaughter or whatever. What's that? I've never heard of that. Anybody heard what that is? Plaintiff, explain yourself. What is crappy Toyota Tacoma vehicular manslaughter?
Your Honor, crappy Toyota Tacoma vehicular manslaughter is when you crappy Toyota Tacoma gets killed.
Oh.
And the defendant is guilty of it.
Objection! This is slander. Basically,
You did
based
so
on this
good.
accusation, I motion for the case to be thrown out, please.
Order! Order in the court!
Okay, so I base
Timing
What
those
is
sound
this?
effects. for
Fireworks in my f***ing courtroom? All parties will respect the judicial process or I will throw
you added those,
all
the
in the
slamming
slammer.
and
Your
post it,
Honor,
right?
please understand
Yeah.
my crappy
It
Toyota
doesn't-
Tacoma
I had the
was
world
killed, so
turned
my
on.
emotions are pretty high right
I
now.
see.
I'm still confused, plaintiff. Walk me through what happened step by step. And hold on, if I have one more outburst from the gallery, I will kick you out and put you in contempt of this court. Explain.
Well, Your Honor, I was at the church one day, minding my own business, having a wonderful time. But I did notice a suspicious person
You
at
did
the
so good
church.
on
It
this,
was the defendant
Marcy.
with a shady look in their eye.
I was minding my own business at the church.
Order! Order! Plaintiff, what were you doing at that church?
That's the
Oh,
part.
yeah, I'm the plaintiff. That's the defendant.
Plaintiff, what were you doing over at that church?
Oh, I was cross-dressing my crappy Toyota Tacoma,
Oh my God.
of course.
As was I. We were just two consenting adults cross-dressing our crappy Toyota Tacoma. What's wrong with that?
Oh, you
Yeah,
have one
what's wrong
too?
with that?
Well, how do you
Yeah.
explain what happened next, you scoundrel? I stopped cross-dressing my crappy Toyota
I
Tacoma
think
for
the
just a
absurdity
moment
of the
to grab a
script in this
cheesecake,
one
when
also
all of a
gets me.
sudden you
With
killed my
The
crappy
murder
Toyota
victim being a
Tacoma.
crappy Toyota
Objection!
Tacoma.
Again! What is your objection?
I don't like cheesecake.
Overruled.
Hurtful. It was so chaotic,
ridiculous.
like fireworks. Who knows what else got killed?
What? Whoa. What makes you think that it was the defendant that killed your crappy Toyota Tacoma?
The defendant looked
I don't even remember
awfully
if that was in the script or not.
And I just don't
It
like the
wasn't.
way they were f***ing looking at everything.
Objection! I fucking look everything perfectly fine.
The defendant is guilty of vehicular manslaughter. I rest my case.
Whoa! Order in the court! The manner in which the defendant chose or does not fucking look at everything is of no relevance to this court of law. And let me remind you,
This
I
part I
am the
added.
judge, the honorable judge of this courtroom, and I will be the one that makes all the decisions. Now, this jury is instructed to forget what they just may or may not have heard regarding fucking look at everything, okay?
Judge, if I may have a word, I'm just a humble manager from a good old-fashioned America.
humble
A
manager.
simple manager who just wants to left alone to their
Of Sharky Mart.
cross-dressing with a good old-fashioned crappy Toyota Tacoma, you know? The plaintiff cannot
Bullshit.
provide... No. The plaintiff cannot prove beyond a reasonable doubt that I was the one who killed the crappy Toyota Tacoma at the church that day.
And why is that?
Because I was
He's
making
a humble
breakfast at the
manager
time of
with
the
full
vehicular
combat gear.
manslaughter.
No, you couldn't have been.
Always was making breakfast. Always will be making breakfast. I always do it with my crappy Toyota Tacoma.
That makes so much sense, really. I've heard enough. I think this
I'm like,
could
what
be
the hell is
beyond
this
a
script?
reasonable doubt that the
I
defendant
love how
was
fast
nowhere
this one
near the
like wraps up
fireworks of
too. It's
chaos
like
at church.
he
The
needs
court
no
rules in favor of
evidence
the
to
defendant,
prove
not guilty.
why he's innocent. He just says, "I wasn't there," and you're like, "All right, I
Yeah,
side with
sure.
this man."
These ones crack me up. I love these. These ones crack me up. But I have to say, I love any kind of judge
Yeah.
shit because that was the first cuss word I've done. I'm proud of myself because I think here we go.
And rehash everything that you've heard already. You already know the drill. You know what you've heard. You already know
even know
what has
you had
happened here.
these
It's
ones.
clear. My
Yes.
client has a badge. She has a
This is
After years investigating crime, hitting the streets, interviewing witnesses, Detective Big Bad Jeb Shark found a new road to justice. Harvard Law School. Big Bad Shark, attorney at law, determined to make a difference. Experience.
I had a granduncle that went to Harvard. So.
Exceptional interpersonal skills. Objecting to injustice. Facing fierce prey. Defending justice.
I had fun making this
Commanding
intro.
respect from peers.
That's Shaggy actually right there.
Knows how to find evidence and
'Cause I think
knows
I made
just
Shaggy
how to
come and
present
play
it.
court with me before I even had the Big Bad Shark.
Big Bad Shark, attorney at law, BBS.
Take care,
Wow,
sleep
that's
well, Shaggy.
Justice can't evade this shark.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. So they assured us that we would have some time together. Okay. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you so much for choosing Big Bad Shark, attorney at law. I am
I
one
never
of the
met her.
best defense attorneys, and rest assured, I will do everything in my power to help you. This is about helping you. That is what I'm here for. Okay. So know that.
Yes,
Now, the charges are pretty intense here.
a little bit, yeah.
What they have accused you of, and I am sure you have a valid
This is funny.
explanation, is that you tried to blackmail an old granny to get her cancer medication. Okay. Now I understand you were giving
pick the
this
topic.
lovely woman the care that she needed. Now, second of all, they said that after you blackmailed this woman, supposedly, which is really ridiculous considering you were providing her caregiver. They said that you hit her in the head with a lead pipe and she died. Now,
I was just like
with her
casually
demented
mentioned.
state,
It's like you
and
just
she
killed
was trying
somebody.
to repair the pipe into the sink when she hit her head, and because of the blood, that's what happened. So we just need them to understand that you provided care for her and you were a caregiver and not a murderer. Okay, you got that?
Yep.
This is a cut and dry case. I'm pretty clear on what you've explained to me. I
did all the talking.
No.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So is there
This
anything else that
person
you
is,
can think of that we
like
need to add?
completely silent.
Let's go. I have full confidence we'll be able to handle this case. Let's do this. Yeah.
You had some time to speak with your client in the back,
Ekron.
yes?
I have.
Fantastic.
Yes, I have.
Order! Order! That means you all shut up because it's getting a little bit silly and I like that, but not during a case.
Okay. It's going to be
Let's
just
see.
fine. Okay.
People sitting
Your-
right.
Your Honor, is this jury
Order.
and properly vetted by counsel?
Yes, it has.
Just making sure.
Make my life difficult, Miss Big Bag Shark.
Attorney Big Bad Shark, please,
Oh,
Your
why
Honor.
does-
Okay.
Right, order in the
Why does
court.
it say-
Order in the court.
The judge is
Ekron
Ekron.
sitting to hear the crimes against Jay. Mr. Bailiff, would you please fetch
Listen, I know you're innocent, and I'm going to get you off, okay?
Miss J, you are accused of the crime of blackmail. How do you plead?
Innocent.
Innocent. Very well. Silence, Mr. Hacker. I do not wish to hear from you again. I'm throwing my gavel at you. That means you know you're in trouble. Miss J, you are accused of one count of murder. How do you plead?
Innocent.
Innocent. Very well. Ms. J has entered 2 pleas of innocence, so we shall be pushing this on, as I said, to a jury of your peers. You may return to take a seat next to your lawyers. Now, I am aware that Mr. Tartan
Awesome,
and Miss
lawyer.
Shark both have excessive experience in the courtroom and will join me in my chambers. Mr. CEO, stay here and make sure that nobody around. Jury members, you may feel free to chat whilst we're gone. If anybody touches my gavel, I'll kill you. With that, lawyers, if you can kind of come with me. Come along, Miss Shark.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you so much for
Here we
having
go.
me back in your courtroom again.
The accused allegedly beat Granny over the head with an iron bar, resulting in her death. So you guys happy to work with that?
I'm
happy with that.
Yeah, I'm content with that. That will work.
Corey, you
So
know the courtroom
Ekron
rules, don't you?
is the reason why
Any questions from the pair of you?
found
No,
the
I think
studio.
I'm good.
But I started going to VR chat to
I'd
pretend
like to file a
to be an
complaint about
attorney.
his
That's how this
license, though.
started.
I do suspect.
My license?
Yeah, I got word from my assistants that maybe there's some issue with his license. I just want to put that out there. Maybe the court
Don't pay
clerks
attention to her. She's off a rocker.
can check into that.
Miss Sharp, his license is very, very.
All right,
We
fine.
shall
I'll take
return to
it.
the courtroom and
I guess
begin
that's
the
called
trial. I
metagaming,
know
when you
Miss
try
Sharp
and
is
use
a
your real
very
life
accomplished lawyer who is
stuff
fantastic at making
That's
a point.
right.
It's not being
to
implemented,
usurp
very
the
naughty girl.
situation
And
and
Mr.
control
Tarzan
it.
is an experienced wild card, a lawyer that, although I enjoy facing off against, I do not like because I just know he's going to pull something out which me over.
Is
Tonight,
everything
as I will
okay?
be calling it out.
They have
But
no idea what
okey-dokey,
they're
with
doing.
that in mind, I'm going
She
to
says they have no idea what
respectfully
they're doing.
request that the jurors keep a lid on it and
Except that
start
I
paying
do.
attention to. So, yes, order in the court, order in the court. Hello there, and welcome back to VR Courtroom. Judge Ekron sitting to hear the crimes against Miss J. Miss J has been accused of 2 crimes, one of blackmail and one of murder. She has pled innocent to both of these crimes. The jury will decide your fate based on the case that is presented before them. On the bailiff stand, I have Mr. CEO, who's a fairly experienced bailiff, and I know will do a good job for me. And I have Miss Skies, who is currently in the judging education school, so she will be shadowing me. On the prosecution stand today, we have Mr. Tartanrock, a very experienced lawyer who hates floppy disks, and Mr. Tyler, who has less
Look at
experience
that.
in my own
Look at how many
experience,
people
but
are
is
in that
not
room.
as thick as 2 rocks.
If you
stuck
think
together.
about that alone.
On the defense side, there is only one lawyer, Miss Shark.
And
Miss Shark
how
is one of the most accomplished
control that
lawyers
many
that I
people
have
at
come
once.
across, and genuinely
That's
one of the
impressive.
only
Yeah.
lawyers I do not want to play against because she does what I do. She talks so much that you f***ing lose. So I'm rather looking forward to the
Yeah.
cases as are going to be presented. So with
That's
that
my
in
strategy.
mind, I'm going to allow the prosecution to present their opening statement to the court. And Mr. Tartan, you have an excellent record of not pissing on the rug, so I'd appreciate it if you kept that excellent record up. Mr. Tartan, you may begin when you are ready.
Thank you, Your Honour. It is straightforward. My duty is going to expose why the accused, why Jamie not only tried to blackmail her dearly beloved, but also violently murdering her aunt.
It's okay, Jamie.
That's as simple as that.
You may take it. An interesting statement
all right.
presented there by the prosecution. Ms. Shark, it is now your turn to present your opening statement to the court.
Your Honor, members of the jury, I will show the court today, without any doubt whatsoever, that what I have stated here is true and that my client is truly innocent of all of these charges and was
That's right.
simply doing her due diligence.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All of my clients have been
Thank you, Ms.
innocent.
Shark. Vastly appreciated, and thank you, lawyers, for your
Every
opening
last one
statement.
of them.
I'm going
Every
to
single
allow
one of
the
them.
defence to present their full and frank case first. So, Ms. Shark, I'm going to lend you the
Even
floor
the
to
ones who
present your
murdered
full
people
and
are innocent.
frank
I
case.
only represent
Here you will
innocent.
clearly see this right here. This is the badge that my client used in her day-to-day care of this lovely lady. Can you show me the neck evidence too? This is my client policies and procedures book. You can see it clearly. This is taken from her policies and procedures that she was supposed to manage the
This is me
medication. She has
metagaming.
been falsely accused, which is unethical, clearly outside of the boundaries of the company's policies and procedures. So she
bullshit.
followed the policies and procedures. Now, if you could kindly show me evidence number 3. Had my client actually been interested in blackmailing her patient for the medication, would she not have also wanted to take funds and valuables, which of course would be unethical in her company? But she did not. And she didn't take the lady's debit card. She didn't take any valuables whatsoever, nor did she even take the medication. You see? All right, Your Honor, the next evidence. This is the certificate of death, which clearly indicates that the patient died from impact to the head, not murdered by a lead pipe.
Not
She
murder.
was injured by
She
a
was
lead pipe.
injured.
Now, my client was in the process of providing
Duh.
care when the client was not taking her medication. She was in a confused state, thought that her caregiver was trying to take the medication. She's like, no, I'm trying to give it to you. She was confused, thought she heard a leaky faucet and
music
went
is
to
awesome.
repair the pipe. And in her old, frail state, she hit her head, and it was fierce. And unfortunately, she perished. Now, Your Honor, I am not going to deny that my client was culpable.
Abstain.
She neglected to take care of her client and make sure that she got the medication needed and did not follow up with the doctor, but she is not guilty of murder, and she is not guilty of blackmail, Your Honor.
One moment, Miss Shark. Mr. Tartan, your objection.
How can the sheer violence of the blow indicate that she stumbled upon it? This could be a blow that was so severe that it shattered skull. This is not a mere falling over it.
Your Honor, it was clear by her autopsy report. The doctors already considered this.
The autopsy report from the doctors have indicated that the kind of blow that was applied is not as such from falling over, but
Here we go. We're going to fast forward.
it is noteworthy that there is a policy in here that says to effectively do the job, the member of staff may need to handle pieces of equipment that would not normally come into their forte, like pipe work, pottery, crockery, or dirty underwear. Therefore, it is believable
making
that
up
she would
stuff,
have made
too.
contact with the pipe at some point.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Carry on with your case, Mr. Tartan. Mr. Sear, you may take that.
Client was taking care of that patient, and she had been combative earlier about the pills. Yes, she had clawed my client.
Interesting point that this one brought up during your case, but I will leave that as it is for the...
We're talking about pain meds, even that, any of that could have been leveraged. She was in charge of them.
is my
Think
closing.
about it. Wait, I don't need to tell you to think about it because you already know the truth. And judging by the performance today with some of, and I'm not knocking learning disabilities. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's clear through the lack of organization and some of the objections that were maintained throughout this case that the facts are adding up, that my client is innocent. And I don't need to tell you that. You already know it. Thank you. Thank you, Your
I
Honor.
didn't say anything. I just
Thank
said
you
it
for
with
your closing
passion.
statement, Miss Shark. Nice to get a little jabbing at the lawyer
And
there.
that's what
but
matters.
So be it. It's
That's how you get
relevant to your
people
closing
listening.
Statement. Mr. Tartan, Mr. Tyler, I'm going to
passion.
allow you to come up and present your closing statement
Welcome
to
back,
the
John.
court.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I may be a humble out of space dyslexic space dog. I know I said space twice, but you have to emphasize it in my profession. But this is a pretty clean and cut case. We know she had a procedure to follow, but that doesn't stop the fact that she was after the drugs.
And
We
everybody's
know
improper.
she had the procedures to follow, but that didn't stop her from taking the lead pipe and getting violent when her ways were not met. And as to this whole paparazzi thing, well, of course, it's the internet. What do you think? People are not going to be interested in that sort of smut to try and discredit her. No, your ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is a pretty clean and cut case. I agree with my worthy opponent of that. Thank you, Your Honor.
And in that case, thank you, lawyers.
Are you
Your
okay?
jobs are done. You may go and cry into your coffee pots. Jury members, do you understand the duties that you must now perform?
Doesn't cry.
Lovely. Right. Everybody else is to remain here until the jury returns.
They return.
In case the case goes wrong, here is a gun. Fight your way out.
Wow. No, Jay. Listen, we've got this. Okay, we've got this.
I'm so stuck.
See? This is the kind of incompetence we're dealing with. Don't recommend Tartan Rock Attorney
Why are we
Services,
so-
okay?
Why are you so personally mean?
I'm sorry.
I'm
just
German.
a
I'll
vicious
Be
shark.
honest here. Like,
Chop,
Oh,
chop.
German.
Naked grandma,
Chop, chop.
yeah.
hey,
Listen, it doesn't help the
sounds
case
like
when you're
OnlyFans.
laughing about it right now, okay? That's not going to help right now. You don't laugh
Highly
about that,
unprofessional.
okay?
Trying to get her off the
Look
murder
at-
charge, and
she's
she's
just
laughing.
in hysterics right now. That's how she responds to stress. Her future is on the line right now, and so
making up an
she is
excuse.
just having a difficult time trying to grasp.
you're gonna basically let Tartan Rock
I'm
win.
being held
You're gonna
hostage.
come back when the judge comes back in. You're gonna
Yeah.
say everything he said's a lie.
There's no need for that. There's no need for
I've got this
that.
on camera.
Stop
I'm
pointing that
being
at
held
me.
hostage.
Okay.
Listen, I am the big bad shark. You don't want to do this.
What?
Okay.
I don't want to
Okay.
do
Thank you
this.
kindly.
Thank you. All
I
right.
am the only one in this courtroom who hold people hostage. Right. Welcome back, everybody, to VR Courtroom. The jury has returned to us, so I will turn over
That's
to
me
them.
messing
Miss
with my
Patch,
camera.
as the jury foreman, has the jury come to a verdict on the charge of blackmail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was the verdict a unanimous
I should have
decision?
overlapped it. And
Can you
cut out
please
the
reveal
audio.
to the court the verdict
Yeah.
of the accused on one charge of blackmail?
Yes.
Very well. Ms. J, you have been found innocent of the crime of blackmail. Has the jury come to a verdict on
Thank
the
you.
charge of murder?
Yes,
I'm an
Your
ex-
Honor.
Was the decision unanimous?
Yes, it was, Your Honor.
Very well. Miss Patch, would you please reveal to the courtroom the verdict on Miss J in relation to murder?
Murder.
Guilty. Very
I
well.
found her guilty.
Miss J, you have been found guilty of
What?
the crime of murder by a
Listen,
jury of
listen.
your peers.
We're going to appeal this. We're going to appeal this. This is my first loss. I've never
Order,
lost a
Miss
case.
Sharp! You have lost many cases, Miss
That's
Sharp.
not
You
true.
have been censored for such behaviour in the courtroom before.
Not true.
I will speak to the bar about your jury again if you keep up these outbursts in my courtroom.
Oh my god!
Miss Shark, if I can... Miss Shark, the last thing you want. Mr. CEO, would you please escort Shark to the jury?
Here's a gun.
Do it. Do it.
This is insane! I am done with this shit! This is ridiculous!
Mr.
Wow.
Taylor, you have been
Good
found
case.
guilty of the crime of murder
I
by a
think so,
jury
too.
of your
This
peers.
is-
I
this is
sentence
BS.
you to spend the rest of your life working with old people. Incontinent with no kind of health and safety gear in any way, shape, or form.
I need to get out of here!
I'm coming to get you.
Oh, yeah. Take me where I need to go.
Funny thing, Shark, you won't have to do the time if they don't have the records.
Thanks
Good
to
job,
Detail.
Get rid of that. Come on, let's go.
This courtroom will be much faster for this case because Big Back Shark is here.
I doubt that
Oh
entirely.
my god.
Your Honor, I'd like to appeal on behalf of my client. I want to appeal.
One, you know,
This was a
you
shitty
both
case
won
from the
roles,
get-go.
both think, oh, Miss Shark, you're as sore a loser as I ever remember.
That's right.
Well played.
Time.
You're very scary.
I am
Very
a
scary.
shark.
That's definitely.
Big Bad Shark, attorney at law.
Yeah, definitely the resounding theme. Shark is scary. But you know what? Sharks are scary, so, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, just saying. Just
That
saying.
was an excellent video.
Thank you. There's quite a bit of good stuff all over the place on here. I am very fortunate. Then we also have It's John Connor's Uber. You saw that one already, I think.
Most likely.
This one. We're going to see the ending right here.
Motorcycle.
Right here.
Jesus Christ. Somebody come over.
Yeah.
Up
Hit it.
on. Yeah.
That's John Connor's breakthrough role right there.
Yeah.
But then it was like, in order to get all that, look at that. Just this segment right here, 56, and then the rest of it was nothing but bloopers.
Oh my gosh.
Just drive it.
Because there were so many. Look at how many people are involved, and
over your mother.
Hold on, it's
My
It's
kids.
a sand shark.
He
Those
loves
are my
alcohol.
kids.
Watch this.
and my sister.
That's the meaning of having a bit too much.
Yeah. Don't you touch anything, little bad shark.
Margarita.
Listen, little bad shark,
What?
we're gonna have a problem. Get to the bar. Bushmana, come here. You're gonna hold this drink, and you're gonna go sit over there.
Wait, don't worry.
See, it's my bossy
got this
pants that
car
everybody's
in
afraid
the
of.
way? I'm gonna have to back this up really quick. Bush.
That cost me $2 million. Watch out.
That was funny.
I will. I swear to
that
God, I
cost me
won't.
$2
I won't
million.
jack up your ride. Okay, it'll be just fine.
Oh, I love that.
Little bad shark.
What are you looking at? Don't,
Oh no.
throw shit at me.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
your
throw shit.
son.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying.
Spank
I
him or some
can't.
shit.
I don't know what to do.
Get shit at me, you little puny.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm gonna have
her.
to let this happen. Go sit your ass at the bar now.
I'm
Bush.
sorry for cussing out your sons.
That's okay. I understand. Hey, baby sharks. Baby sharks.
That's
I'm gonna
okay.
shoot this commercial. I need you to stop.
It's okay. They're little shits.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
That's
okay.
their aunt who said
Hang
that.
on.
I'm gonna need you to go sit up there or go pick up that. Oh my Jesus.
Yeah.
We're having a great time here.
if you like pina colada.
I like
my credit card. I have no
Dance in the rain.
We're probably gonna dine and dash.
No, you're not.
money.
No, you're
I don't have
not.
any
You're
money.
fine.
I'm gonna dine and dash.
You can work it off here. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, somebody
Okay.
gonna pay for me to drink?
Yeah, exactly. Drink safely. Call a designated driver. Big Bad Shark Show. Hey, Middle Bad Shark, can you come in here?
No, I'm too cool for that.
I need a car to. I
No,
need
I'm
a
too
bike
cool
to
for
pull
that.
up and pick me up.
Buy your own.
I'm gonna beat your ass. Hey, Little Bad Shark, can you come over here
Not
and grab
really.
a
Of
motorcycle,
course.
drive right
You
in
can't
front of
see
me
it
and
when
pick
I'm
me
on
up?
He's taller
Okay,
than
well then
you.
you don't do it. You do it. Middle
You'd
Bad
probably
Shark,
kick
go over,
him.
get that motorcycle, and come back over and drive through.
You can't see it when I'm on it.
Go do it. Go get the goddamn thing. I can't get any help on this. This is ridiculous.
Everybody's
Gina
laughing.
Maru, can you please control your nephews?
$2 million, I swear.
She's
Control your son.
drive safely. Can I have a car? I need a car.
I don't know. I don't.
You want something done, you got to do it yourself. How do I do this? Turn on car.
I don't even know how to turn. Oh my god.
John comes to save me.
Beep beep. All right.
Beep
What are
beep.
you doing?
Can you drive over this way?
Shit costs $2 million, so I was
what's up?
careful with
Oh, that was
I like how the
mine.
price of the car is going up,
Mine is
John.
cheaper. Should have kept it in the open with the key still in it.
You ran me over. This is
First
why
it
we
was a
drive
million.
safely. What are we
Now
having
it's
issues with?
Freaking-
What's going on?
I think the issues are your sons.
That
That's
could be.
very
Where's my
true.
other
I
drink?
spit in your drink. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. It's
I
all
didn't
right.
mean to.
I don't mind.
Like, do you have any guns?
Oh.
Worst bartender ever. Almost
I need
as
it.
worse
Where'd
as
the
you.
bartender go?
I need my drink. Here we go. Ready?
Pay for yourself.
That is
Not
inappropriate.
appropriate.
That is inappropriate. Okay. Everybody back in your
What do you mean?
spots.
Get out. Get out.
Action. Wait, hold
Oh
on.
my
I'm
God.
gonna
I
I'm
love
gonna be
this
here. Gina,
part
get back in
when,
your spot.
when Gina Maru says
Ready?
this to John
And
Connor.
I'm talking, and then I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna walk to
I
the
was so
camera,
confused,
and
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
gonna lie, when
say,
she was,
but
like,
remember,
saying
drink
all that.
responsibly.
What's my
Call
screen?
for a driver. It's John Connor. That's your cue.
What?
Okay, it's John Connor. That's where you come up. Nope, you got to pull it closer. You got to go around and pull it this way, right here.
It's like
Never
you called us
satisfied.
for a driver, but the driver's
Yeah.
How you
drunk.
doing?
The driver's drunk.
My mom, okay.
Come on, you can
like,
do it.
breathe less quietly?
You can do
I
it.
want your COVID all over me.
Wow.
There's COVID. So they
So
said COVID.
inappropriate, the conversations here. Okay.
Add it to the compilation.
Your mom loves me
I wouldn't be
more.
surprised.
All right. Make sure drink responsibly. Call for a driver if you've been drinking.
I gotta take a fat shit. When can we like, have a break?
Things like
Who
that. I
put the
don't
beach
pull
ball in
out
the
of edit.
water? We can't have this. They're
This
never
is
going to let us
perfect.
use this island again for this shot. Stop.
How you doing?
How you doing? That shit was funny.
He's smooth picking you up.
Hold on. That's it. I got to get a bigger shot. I'm going to get a bigger shot. Oh my
After how
goodness.
many tries, bro?
I know.
Don't be
Thank you.
critical,
Is that you, John
John.
Connor? You're in my AA class.
That right there. That was
Yeah,
funny.
remember that time you rolled that car because you were like lit? Oh, I'm sorry.
That's exactly what you want to
crazy.
hear from your Uber driver.
Okay, again.
Oh, I love that one. That was funny. Okay. Good job. We got it. Going back to the group chat. And we're back to our chat group. Look at that. We did a segue. We watched some videos together. We did a shark cast. I don't know what we did, but we did it. Right?
We did all the things.
We did
I
all
think
the
everything we
things.
set out to do.
We did it. Yay! So this is the conclusion of our Shark Cast, Shark Out of the Water. I thank my guests, John Connor and Marcy, for joining me on the panel today. And I thank my guest, is John Connor, for coming on the show again, forced, and not recognized. Well, you're recognized because I say your name, but you're not paid and you're not leaving. Thanks.
What you mean I'm not wait, what?
You're not leaving. You're
So I'm-
staying with the
I'm just
Discord
gonna
Actors.
stay here.
You're staying with the
Nah,
Discord
oh.
Actors Guild forever.
Oh, I thought you were like on this shit. I was like, what?
John.
So trapped here.
Forever. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to sign off, and then I'm going to go play some VR games. What are you guys doing? You want to go check out some stuff, or you got to do some stuff?
Heck yeah.
I gotta watch some UFC fight now. So.
All right. I'm going to eat something, then maybe pop back on a little bit then. If not today, maybe tomorrow. Yeah. So thank you so much. I'm going to pause. Well, I'm not going to pause you guys. I'm going to just go back to this screen, and I'm going to show this right here. Remember, thank you for joining us today on this Sharkcast. And remember, swim safe, everyone. Swim safe. Goodbye.
Yep.